Hello everybody, it's Michelle here with Scrappy Chic, and today I'm going to share a quick video on how to do a saddle stitch in a journal when you want to add a signature of paper, because we got these new journal covers, chipboard journal covers from Clear Scraps, and there are couple of different styles. This one makes a little suitcase. We made these samples when we were in Las Vegas. And then there is also a house shape that I'm working on here. But they did have a couple of other ones that we brought in, just a square and a rectangle and this oval as well. So I wanted to do a quick video on how to do a simple saddle stitch to get a signature into your journal. I chose watercolor paper. You can use any kind of paper that you would like to have in your journal, depending on what you're going to do with it. We're going to do a simple saddle stitch with just 3 holes because it's a small journal. So what I first did was made a little template so that my hole spacing would be the same in everything I did. And then in my journal, I'm going to put eventually 3 signatures in here. I'm just going to show you with the first one. So what I did was I kind of spaced it out so that I would know where to put the holes for my 3 signatures. I just found the middle and then found the middle again and then just put some lines there so that when I go to make my holes, I can line this up. So that's what I did here in the very middle. I put the 3 holes. I just used an awl. There's all different things that you can use to make your holes depending on how thick your string or thread is that you're going to use. I'm using some waxed binding thread, but you can use regular twine or string to do that as well. And then I just used my template and punched my holes. I did it before because it takes a couple of tries when you're going through chipboard, but then I just punched my holes. Now I am on my glass mat, but I'm also using a cutting mat as well, so that I punched my 3 holes into the journal spine. You can see that there. And then I also did the same. I pre-cut my paper. Here, I'll show you, to fit inside my journal how I wanted it to fit. I didn't want it to go all the way to the edges because of the handles. This is 6 pieces of Dino Wakley watercolor paper trimmed down to size, and I did the same exact thing with my template. I punched my holes like so. All right, so now all of my holes are punched. I have a larger, it's like an embroidery size needle with a large eye. There's also binding needles that you can use as well. And you can start a couple of ways. If you want the tail of your thread to be on the inside so it doesn't show on your spine, you want to start on the inside. But if you want it to show on the outside so you have your tail tied, so maybe you want to hang something dangly on there as a decoration, like a charm or something like that, you start on the outside. Okay, you're going to start in the middle. So you put your needle through all the pages of your signature, and then you are also going to put it through the center hole of your album. Oops, sorry, going off camera there. Had to get a little grip on that. And then you're going to pull through and then leave a tail, all right, because you're going to tie it at the end. So again, depending on where you're putting your tail and how much you want it to be, that is how much you should leave here, okay? So then on the outside, you're going to come up through the top or the bottom hole. Doesn't matter which you go to next, but you'll come up through your journal and through your signature, okay? So you can see the needle there. You'll come up through, pull tight, all right? So that's what you have on the outside. And then hold your tail over to one side, then go all the way up to the top hole. Go through your signature, and then through the hole in your journal. Sorry, off camera again. I apologize. Got to be able to pull this needle through. Okay. Then you pull tight again. So this is what it looks like on the inside. Okay. Now you've got your tail on this side. So what you're going to do now is come up through the middle again. And I'm going to flip it over so I can see the same middle hole that you've already been through once. You come up through your journal and through your signature again. But when you come up on the other side of your string here, okay? So you'll pull your... Now then, make sure... Oh, I came up right in the thread, didn't I? Well, let me see if I can fix that. Would be helpful. Here, I don't need my needle anymore, so I'm going to pull that out so I came up into the thread. So, all right, so you want your threads one on each side, all right? Pull it tight so it's tight on the inside and tight on the outside, all right? So see, you've got a line there like that. And then all you're going to do is tie a knot. Tie this off. And again, cut it whatever length you want. Were it on the outside and I wanted to do a dangle, I would leave it a little longer. But this is wax thread, so I just cut that. And there is my signature for the center. All right. So then you've got your first signature in your journal, and you do the exact same thing for however many signatures you want. I will eventually put 2 in here when I ran out of paper, so I've got to get some more paper. But I will put 2 in. Now, you can do your saddle stitch with 3 holes, or you could do it with 5 holes. I usually do just 3 holes on a small binder like this. But you'll do the 5 holes basically the same. You'll skip over 2 holes every time you do and come back through, and then you'll tie off in the middle. But this is just a simple video to show you how to get a signature in our new journals. This will be available on our website, and we will have a QR code to scan it. But there you go. Nice, quick, easy tutorial on the saddle stitch to get signatures. Thank you.